Orlando, sponsored by Dual Exteriors and Rinaldi Heating and Air. That is Doug Samion. The number 84, the red Camaro outside of him, sponsored by TC's Towing. That will be Kenny Wilson behind the wheel. Kenny is also out of Orlando. Driving the only Chevelle on the field, the number 70, the black and yellow machine. Out of New Smyrna Beach, that is John Nussbaum. And driving the number 57, that primer colored vehicle with a new body, old familiar driver though. Instructor at the Richard Petty Driving Experience, that is Chad Pierce, looking to take his newly skinned car out tonight. And rounding out the field, your current fast car points leader in the Sportsman division, that is Andy Nichols. Andy Nichols behind the wheel at 66 tonight. Rumors could come true here at Orlando Speed World. We'd shoot pigs if we could find them. They've just been in short supply lately. Samion brings them around. Field, however, not for Rick Bristol's liking it. Already contact Nussbaum and Wilson getting together, and that wasn't even a race lap. Wilson hard to the wall between the Orlando and Speed World sign. Again, those of you with trackside parking next week would have gotten a first-hand look at that action. 20% down to 4 cars now. 4 cars, still 15 laps of action. Same low price. Cars in our fast car racing divisions, only $2. You can take this lonely rule book home, give it a nice happy home. Coming around, we'll get the 1 to go signal from Rick Bristol, see if our quartet of cars can keep it together long enough to start this race. They should have the colors and the full logos on there, but we wanted to give propers to his sponsors, keeping them out every week, American Auto and Biscuits and Gravy for restaurants. This time Samion paces him a little bit slower and green is out. Samion taking the early lead in the 04, Nussbaum getting a little bit of room on Chad Pierce now for second. See if Pierce can do anything underneath in the 57. Nichols running fourth in the 66. Now Pierce getting the line on Nussbaum for second. Pierce getting underneath for second. Now Nichols getting underneath Nussbaum for third. Nussbaum dropping back to fourth. The Holly Hill driver going back. It's Samion continuing to lead, followed by Pierce. Then Nichols and Nussbaum in the 70. Samion continuing to lead the 04. Chad Pierce, last time he had that car out, he wrecked it a ton out at New Smyrna Speedway. Got some heavy contact with the front end on the backstretch. They've repaired it, but apparently some bugs still to be worked out. He's following the 04 Samion right now. Meanwhile, Andy Nichols drawn behind Pierce, going to try to challenge for second. Nussbaum's down to fourth, but he hasn't dropped back all that many lengths in the number 70. And apparently the Pierces had a little bit of a tight budget as far as the duct tape. The duct tape not surviving the 100-mile-an-hour test as it's coming down the backstretch. Check out the duct tape lettering on the 57, as you can see. Used 80-mile-an-hour tape when they should have used 100-mile-an-hour tape. Still very recognizable, though. Samion continue to lead the way. This will be a good win for him if he can keep Pierce and Nichols behind him. 2 weeks ago, Samion and Nichols in a highly exciting battle, side to side, door by door. One of the better races of the evening. Pierce able to run fast. Pierce not quite fast enough to get a beat underneath of Samion or over him. Halfway to go signal, 8 laps down, 7 laps to go in this Sportsman feature. Pierce a little bit loose coming out of turn 2. Continues to lead him down the front stretch. Nussbaum, usually a competitor at New Smyrna Speedway, trying his luck here at Speed World. Came out a few weeks ago, but had some car problems, couldn't make it out to the feature. Good to see him up and running in that number 70 machine. Your front three could about throw a blanket over, but the order remains the same. Samion continues to lead Pierce and the 66 of Nichols at the laps of winding down. Sportsman will have an end of the month special come September, 50 laps for Sportsman. The last weekend of September here at Speed World and New Smyrna Speedway. Some of the cars getting fixed up for that event. I know I'll be out with my Sportsman at New Smyrna Speedway on the last Saturday of the month in September. Pierce now dropping back a little bit. Still trying to work out the bugs. That car took a hard lick. They got the front end reasonably straight, but still hoping geometry issues to resume. He's holding on to the 66 of Nichols all right, but doesn't have an answer for Samion. Samion continues to lead as he has from the first lap. Taking advantage of that pole position start. Getting the white flag. 4 more turns for Doug Samion out of Orlando. And now Pierce getting the challenge on the outside by Nichols. Nichols trying to make it happen with a 66. Nichols losing it a little bit. Pierce continuing to be in second in the 57. And your winner, Doug Samion in the 04, followed by Chad Pierce in 57, Andy Nichols in 66, and rounding out the top 4, John Nussbaum in the number 70, that black and yellow Chevelle. So let's give a hand to Doug Samion in the 04, your winner in the Sportsman feature event tonight. And